When Breath Becomes Air is a memoir written by Dr. Paul Kalanithi, a neurosurgeon who was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer at the age of 36. The book chronicles his journey from a promising medical student to a young physician grappling with the reality of his own mortality. The book opens with Kalanithi's early life, growing up in Arizona with parents who were both doctors. He initially studied English literature and earned a degree from Stanford, but ultimately decided to pursue medicine. He attended medical school at Yale and later returned to Stanford for his residency. Kalanithi writes candidly about the challenges of being a neurosurgeon, both in terms of the intense demands of the job and the weight of responsibility that comes with making life and death decisions. He discusses his experiences with patients and the ethical dilemmas that often arise in medicine. At the age of 36, Kalanithi was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. The book documents his struggle to come to terms with his diagnosis and to continue living his life to the fullest in the face of a devastating illness. He writes about his decision to continue working as a neurosurgeon, even as his own health was deteriorating. As his condition worsens, Kalanithi grapples with the fundamental questions of life and death. He reflects on his own mortality and the legacy he will leave behind, both as a physician and as a husband and father. He writes about the power of literature and the role it played in helping him make sense of his own life and the world around him. Throughout the book, Kalanithi wrestles with the tension between science and spirituality, trying to reconcile his own belief in the power of medicine with the limitations of his own body. He writes about the importance of empathy and connection, both with his patients and with his family and friends. As his illness progresses, Kalanithi's writing becomes increasingly introspective and philosophical. He writes about the beauty of life and the inevitability of death, and about the importance of living a life that is meaningful and true to one's own values. The book concludes with an epilogue written by Kalanithi's wife, Lucy, after his death. She reflects on his life and legacy, and the impact he had on the people around him. She writes about the importance of his message, both for those who knew him personally and for those who have been inspired by his writing. When Breath Becomes Air is a deeply moving and profound memoir that grapples with some of the most fundamental questions of human existence. Kalanithi's writing is powerful and insightful, and his story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of adversity. Through his own experiences, Kalanithi reminds us of the importance of empathy, connection, and meaning in our lives. He challenges us to confront our own mortality and to live our lives with purpose and intention. His writing is a powerful reminder of the beauty and fragility of life, and of the importance of making the most of the time we have. Overall, When Breath Becomes Air is a profound and inspiring memoir that will resonate with readers on a deep and emotional level. It is a testament to the power of literature to help us confront some of life's most difficult challenges, and to the importance of living a life that is both meaningful and true to one's own values. Now, let's head towards the 10 best quotes/lines from When Breath Becomes Air by Paul Kalanithi. First one, the future I had imagined, the one just about to be realized, the culmination of decades of striving, evaporated. Second, human knowledge is never contained in one person. It grows from the relationships we create between each other and the world, and still it is never complete. Third, I was a physician who had seen death, but now I was a patient whose illness would soon be mortal. Fourth, the physician's duty is not to stave off death or return patients to their old lives, but to take into our arms a patient and family whose lives have disintegrated and work until they can stand back up and face, and make sense of, their own existence. Fifth, the tricky part of illness is that, as you go through it, your values are constantly changing. Sixth, what makes life worth living in the face of death? What do you do when the future, no longer a ladder toward your goals in life, flattens out into a perpetual present? Seventh, the physician's role is not to save lives, but to bear witness to the courage and suffering of their patients. 8. Literature not only illuminated another's experience, it provided, I believed, the richest material for moral reflection. 9th, the physician's duty is to hold life sacred and care for it. 10th, death comes for all of us. For us, for our patients, it is our fate as living, breathing, metabolizing organisms. When Breath Becomes Air, by Paul Kalanithi, is a deeply moving memoir that explores the author's journey as a neurosurgeon who is diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. Throughout the book, Kalanithi reflects on life, death, and the meaning of existence. Here are some of the key findings and learnings from the book. The importance of purpose. Kalanithi's story highlights the importance of finding meaning and purpose in life. He describes how his lifelong passion for medicine provided him with a sense of purpose that sustained him throughout his illness. Kalanithi's journey illustrates that even in the face of death, having a sense of purpose can make life worth living. The human connection. The book also emphasizes the power of human connection. Kalanithi's relationship with his wife, family, and colleagues was a source of comfort and strength during his illness. His experience demonstrates the importance of cultivating meaningful relationships with others. Accepting impermanence. When Breath Becomes Air underscores the impermanence of life and the inevitability of death. Kalanithi's story shows that acceptance of this reality can lead to greater appreciation for the present moment and a deeper understanding of what is truly important in life. The role of the physician. As a physician and patient, Kalanithi reflects on the role of the physician. He argues that the physician's primary duty is not to stave off death or return patients to their old lives, but to take care of patients and bear witness to their courage and suffering. He suggests that the physician's role is to help patients make sense of their existence and find meaning in their lives. The power of literature. Throughout the book, Kalanithi references the power of literature to provide moral reflection and illuminate human experience. He draws on the works of authors such as Tolstoy, Beckett, and Shakespeare to help make sense of his illness and reflect on the meaning of life.